Welcome back to another Mastering Swift series. This is Vedat from Programmership. Let's talk about strings in detail. If we want to represent a data as a string, we must put it between double quotes. Let's say var my name is Vedat. Just like that. We put our data between double quotes and it represents string. So we can also define multiple line strings. To do that, we add 3 double quotes in the beginning row and another 3 double quotes in the last row. So between these rows, we can add multiple line strings. So let's take a look at that. Let's see var my paragraph is equal to, first put your 3 double quotes and another 3 double quotes for the end of the row. And between these 3 double quotes, let's do some multiple line string. This is a paragraph. Let's add another line. You can add multiple lines in it, so even more. So let's try to print it out and see what is the output. Hit run, and here we can see that all the lines keep their position in the output. We can also quote a text in a string. For example, in this my paragraph variable, let's quote the multiple text here. It's pretty simple. Just add your quote at the beginning and at the end of the text and hit run. And there we go. We can see that multiple text has been in quotes. For multi-line strings, it is easy to quote some text, but for a single line, it is a little bit tricky. To quote a text of a single line string, we must add backslash before each quote. So let's take a look at that. But before, let's delete the stuff here. Let's say my name is Vedat. So here in this variable, I want to put this Vedat text in quotes. So to do that, first add a backslash and then put your quotes. Here add another backslash and put your quotes. So let's try to print my name variable and see if we did it. Here we can see my name is Vedat and Vedat tag is in between quotes. So if we try to delete the backslash, as you can see, the Vedat value will not be recognized between quotes. Try to run it and see it gives error. So to use quotes in a string for part of the text, we must use backslash for that purpose. And just like that. So we can also include a variable or a constant value into the strings. To do that, we are gonna use backslash and parentheses. So let's make an example. Let's delete this stuff. And let's say var my age is equal to, let's say 30 this time. And let's add another variable, var say hello. Say hello is equal to hello, I am blah 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 years old. So here we're going to use the my age variable value. So to do that, first add a backslash and then open your parentheses and close it. And between the parentheses, just put your variable. It also could be a constant. So let's print it out and see the result. Hit run. And here we can see that it says, hello, I am 30 years old, 30, which is the my age value, right? As I said, we can also use constant value. Let's say, let your age is 40 and let's use your age, instead of my age, your age. Let's try to run. And here we can see 40 value has been added in the say hello string, right? To merge strings, we can use plus operator. What I mean by that? Let's say var my name is equal to Vedat, var my surname is equal to Oslo, and let's define another variable var my full name is equal to my name plus my surname. So what is the result? As you may guess, it will merge the my name and surname value, which is Vedat plus Oslo. So let's try to print the my full name value and see what is the result. Here we can see the Vedat and Oslo has been merged. But please pay attention, here we can't see any space, right? Because at the end of this string, there is no space, or at the beginning of the my surname, there is no space. Just because of that, when we try to merge these both string, there will be no space. To add a space, we can put basic space here and try to run it again. Here we can see a space, or we can also put space at the beginning of the my surname and try to run it. As you can see, my full name is now has a space, right? Instead of putting space one of these strings, we can also put space just before merging the string, just like this one. Put a space here, and it will also put the space at my full name string. Look at that. It is pretty easy. Well, to make a whole string uppercased, we can use uppercase method, or to lowercase the whole string, we can just use lowercase method. So let's make an example. Here, add more space for work, and let's say var mixed string is equal to, let's say, hello, and different type of letters. This is a mixed string. So here we have a mixed string variable which has different type of letter, right? Some are in lowercase, some are in uppercase. So let's try to make whole string lowercase. So let's find a variable lowercase string is equal to, first put your string that you want to lowercase, and then put a dot, say lowercase. As you can see here, guys, the lowercase method returns back a string, and this string will be in lowercase version. So let's try to print the lowercase string and see the result. Hit run, and we can see that all the string has been lowercase, right? Let's try to make the mixed string in uppercase format. Let's say var uppercase string is equal to mixed string dot uppercase. Here, let's take a look at the description. It says returns an uppercase version of the string. So let's try to print the uppercase string out and see the result. Hit run. And here we can see that all the string has been uppercased. It is pretty easy. Bear with me, guys. Finally, let me show you how to change a specific part that exists in a string. So to do that, we are going to use replacing occurrences method. Let's make an example and see what I mean. Let's say var my root is equal to, let's say, a comma P, P, L, E. So here we can see there are commas between each letters, right? Now we're going to change all the commas into dashes. To do that, let's define another variable. Let's say var my fruit2 this time is equal to use replacing occurrences method. First, put your source string, which is my fruits in this case, and then put a dot and say replacing occurrences. Here we have two replacing occurrences method in different version. Here it wants 4 different parameters, but the first one we only need the 2 parameters version. Hit enter, and in the off parameter we will give which part of the string we want to be changed. In this case, we want to change the commas. So let's put comma, and in the second parameter, we'll give the value that will be changed into. I mean, we want to change the commas of the my fruit into dashes, right? And the off parameters, we will give commas, and the with parameters, we will put our target string. And here, let's see the result. Hit run. As you can see, all the commas has been changed into dashes. So let's make another example to understand it better. Let's add another variable. Let's say my, or let's say current date is equal to 30, let's say 8/20/22. So I want to change current date dashes into slash. So to do that, let's define another string, this time current date with slash is equal to current dates dot replacing occurrences. The first parameter will be the source part of the string. It will be dash, and the second parameter will be our target string, which will be slash. And let's try to see what we have. Hit run, and here we can see all the dashes has been changed into slash. So here we can also put the result of this replacing occurrences into the same string. What I mean, just copy the current date, and instead of creating a new variable, we can just change the source variable. Let's try to see the current date new value. As you can see, the current date variable has been changed into slash's version. So we can update the variable instead of create a new one. And we can also delete a part of the string with the replacing occurrences method. So let's make a simple example. So let's try to delete all the commas that inside the myFruit variable. MyFruit variable is equal to myFruit dot replacing occurrences. The first parameter will be the source text, which is comma, and the second parameter will be just empty string. If we give the second parameter as empty, all the source text will be deleted, and it will update the myFruit variable. Let's try to see the result of myFruit. Hit run, and here we can see all the commas has gone. Alright guys, that's it for this video. In this chapter, we took a look at some use of strings and some methods. See you in the next one. Goodbye.